I have spoke to the UFC on multiple occasions about this fight. I'm chasing it up. I want the fight. I've been on record and said that I want the fight. What is holding it up right now is his side. That's the truth of it. The UFC really want the fight to happen.
John does have a code, and John will, when he fights, fight the best guy. But there is a chance that if both those guys are in the same weight class, John says, you two go figure out who the best guy is. Bring me the winner. Pierre, you and Aspinall, go do that thing for that interim title. Let me know who the winner is.
I think the John Jones versus Aspinall fight happens.
For sure, that's going to happen.
Jones is saying publicly that he's kind of being like iffy online about it.
He's annoying to me, and I just don't like him. If I give him the opportunity to fight me, I want that f*** you money.
Tom Aspinall versus John Jones fight has been the talk of the town for the past couple of months, but there is still no confirmation about their potential matchup. Aspinall is ready to show his skills, while John Jones has always declined to accept this fight. Recently, Tom Aspinall shared a video on his YouTube channel to give an update about his fight with Jones. He said he is ready to fight, but the champ seems to be ducking him. Aspinall said there is no delay from his side, but Alex Pereira is afraid to lose his belt.
I've been staying away from the media and talking about John Jones a lot because in all honesty, I'm sick of talking about it myself. But there needs to be updates. Do you know what I mean? I see a lot of articles out there online saying a load of different things that's just not true. I have spoke to the UFC on multiple occasions about this fight. I'm chasing it up. I want the fight. I've been on record and said that I want the fight. What is holding it up right now is his side. That's the truth of it.
Aspinall said that the UFC also wants to make this fight happen, as there has been a huge demand for this fight. He thinks that John Jones has to accept this fight if the UFC is demanding that. Tom said that he is ready for all kinds of challenges and can fight at any time.
The UFC really want the fight to happen. They've told me that. This is, as I said, this is one of the biggest fights that can be made in MMA right now. Does he want to put himself in a position where he's comfortable enough financially to take the risk that he's taking to fight me? And that is where we're at. And I'm literally just waiting for a date.
Tom Aspinall has been putting a lot of effort into the gym, and now he wants to get a fight at all costs. Aspinall said that he doesn't care who will be his opponent. The only thing he wants is the championship belt, no matter who he fights with. The interim heavyweight champion said that his body is in good shape and wants to compete as soon as possible.
I'm not bothered where it is, who it's against. To be honest, it's not just the John Jones fight I'm looking for. I'm looking to fight, man. Like, I'm in shape. I've been working hard since way before Christmas. I've been in the gym twice a day. My diet's good. I've been sparring. I've got international training partners here. I am prepared to fight anybody. One thing I want to be really clear on is that I am only fighting for the undisputed title. That's my only discrepancy. I will fight absolutely anyone. I have absolutely never turned down a fight in my life, never turned down an opponent, and I'm not going to start now.
However, the UFC star Chael Sonnen rejects Aspinall's statement as he reveals a very shocking claim. According to Sonnen, Aspinall has never declined a fight with Aspinall. He believes that the promotion hasn't even contacted John Jones to fight with Tom Aspinall yet. Sonnen also shared that after this potential fight, John Jones is more likely to retire.
I have two very strong personal and unique beliefs. The first of which is that John Jones has never turned down the fight with Alex Pereira, that you believe he has. My personal and strongly belief is that John has never actually been offered that fight. I want to start with that, because secondly, I do believe after that fight, John is going to be done. I don't think you'll see John compete anymore.
Chael Sonnen also predicts that John Jones will return very soon in the last fight of his career. However, the UFC legend was unsure about the opponent, as he said it could be either Tom Aspinall or Alex Pereira.
I will stand by, if you get to Jones Pereira, it's because we failed to get to Jones Aspinall. And I am triply as confident that Jones will be in there either with Pereira or with Aspinall as his final fight.
Sonnen has been very confident about John Jones's retirement. Recently, he said that Aspinall would fight Jones, but he revealed that would most probably be the final fight of John Jones's career in the octagon. According to Sonnen, the heavyweight champion would want to end his career on a high by beating a guy like Tom Aspinall. Sonnen wasn't concerned about predicting the winner, but he believed that John Jones is all set to announce his retirement after this bout. Sonnen told Daniel Cormier on ESPN MMA, MMA. If you wanted my boldest prediction of 2025, I'm actually very confident in the prediction, and that is that Jon Jones retires. I will tell you that Jon Jones is going to fight Tom Aspinall. I will tell you Jon's going to do a lot better with Tom than some people are giving him credit for, but that's tomorrow's discussion. When that fight is done, win or lose, I do believe it will be Jon's final appearance. The former featherweight champion Ilia Topuria also believes that a Tom Aspinall versus Jon Jones fight will happen. Topuria doesn't see anything wrong in Jon Jones's demand for a huge paycheck to fight Aspinall. According to Topuria, Jon Jones has worked hard to be in such a situation where he can make such demands, and he has all the rights to do that.
I think the Jon Jones versus Aspinall fight happens.
For sure, that's gonna happen.
Jones is saying publicly that he's kind of being like iffy online about it.
He's annoying to me, and I just don't like him. If I give him the opportunity to fight me, I want that fuck you money.
Maybe that's just a negotiation tactic, right?
At this point, he don't need to fight anymore, you know? If he fights, he's honest. Like, this is what I need to go inside that octagon and put the performance you want from my side. So this is what motivates me. This is what I need to go in. If you're willing to pay me, just pay me. If not, God bless you. We all good.
Meanwhile, the UFC Hall of Famer Daniel Cormier spoke about the pressure on Jon Jones for his potential fight with Tom Aspinall. He said that this is possibly a very rare occasion when Jon Jones would be the underdog in a fight. Daniel Cormier said, "I don't even know if there's ever been a time in his career where someone has been favored to beat Jon Jones, and I think that concerns him. That to Jones raises some questions, right? Because for as many fights as he had, he's always been thought to be the better guy." Daniel Cormier acknowledged Tom Aspinall's skills, and he thinks he can beat the heavyweight champion. According to Cormier, Aspinall has put some extra pressure on Jones, as for the first time, people are doubting him a little bit. Daniel Cormier added, "This guy Tom Aspinall is the first time that someone says there is something in him that will open a line where Jon Jones is not the better guy out there. For a guy who's never had to answer those types of questions, it's hard for him." The former heavyweight fighter Stipe Miocic shared his thoughts about the potential Tom Aspinall versus Jon Jones fight.
What do you think the UFC has to do with Tom Aspinall now?
I don't know. I mean, Tom's good champion, great champion, and stuff. I want Jon Jones.
I think you would be the first one to beat him.
You're damn right, would be.
I just feel like based off the way he fights, his whole style was putting his fingers in your eye, kicking your knee back and keeping you away from him. He keeps you at his length where he wants.
Yeah.
And you're a taller guy. You got longer arms than most people he fights and stuff like that. So I don't think he can do all that to you.
The famous MMA analyst Luke Thomas criticized Jon Jones for openly ducking Tom Aspinall. He said this is a very rare scene when a champion doesn't want to fight with a deserving opponent. Rather, he is more interested in fighting with someone smaller than him. Luke Thomas said, "You will very rarely see somebody openly discuss ducking at the highest level this nakedly in your fight-watching life. It doesn't come much more blatant than this. I'm going to get the smaller guy who's not a heavyweight who probably has wrestling deficiencies." On the other hand, only less than a week is left in UFC 313, and the excitement is already getting out of control. The fans are waiting for the much-awaited showdown between Alex Pereira and Magomed Ankalaev in the main event of this fight card. Alex Pereira has triggered the fans and MMA community with his recent challenge to Magomed Ankalaev. Powhatan challenged the Dagestani fighter to have a bet of $200,000 for this fight. He said the winning amount will be used for a charity. Magomed Ankalaev said, "Since you are so confident you will win, $200,000 to the winner's charity of choice. Win or lose, this will help those in need. It's in your hands." Although Pereira's intentions might not be wrong, the MMA community wasn't impressed with the champ's strange challenge. They thought Alex Pereira had disrespected Ankalaev as being a Muslim. He doesn't bet, and asking him that too in Ramadan is simply unacceptable. Kenny Okoye explained why Alex Pereira made a mistake in challenging Ankalaev for a bet. He said betting is completely haram in Islam, no matter the benefits you are getting from it. Kenny Okoye tweeted, "Betting is haram even if it's not for a good cause. You never do things like this anyway? Seems like nervous energy, relax, brother." Some fans assume that despite knowing it is the month of Ramadan, Alex Pereira has deliberately made this bet to trigger this fighter. According to them, Alex Pereira has never made a bet against any of his past opponents. So why does Potan only challenge a Muslim fighter? A user questioned, asking a Muslim to bet during Ramadan, which is haram, what an idiot. Janan Bronson was surprised to know that Pereira was asking a Muslim fighter to bet during Ramadan. Janan Bronson stated, Betting during Ramadan? Isn't it bad enough you accepted during fasting? Charity is standard anyway, lol. Kenny Okoye questioned Pereira about why he hadn't made this bet against his other opponents. He raised a valid point as Poatan didn't fight for charity even during his fight with Israel Adesanya. Kenny Okoye further stated, "Suddenly Alex making his opponents bet money against him. Where was this energy for Hill, Jiri, not even Adesanya? On top of that, Magomed is Muslim, actively in Ramadan, and it's haram to bet. Alex is exuding nervous energy." Another user was also seen frustrated with Magomed Ankalayev's bet. He believed that Poatan was just trying to get sympathy from the fans, and this charity is also a publicity stunt. He said, "Pereira has been trying very hard recently to garner sympathy points. First with the giving homeless people money gimmick, now this. He's just getting more and more unlikable. I don't even particularly like Ankalaev, but this is just scummy behavior." Alex Pereira mentioned Ali Abdelaziz and Ankalaev in his challenge, so the Dagestani fighter responded by sharing a pic with Ali Abdelaziz and saying, "Salamu alaikum, we will answer tomorrow, Ramadan Mubarak." Magomed Ankalaev is openly challenging the champ and making huge claims on his social media about this fight. He has been targeting the light heavyweight champion to get his attention and increase the excitement for this fight. Magomed Ankalaev said, "Chama is a dead man walking. I'm going to drown this man." The UFC legend Michael Bisping believes Magomed Ankalaev would be the toughest challenge for Alex Pereira, both skills and style-wise. Bisping thinks Ankalaev is not just known for his wrestling, but his punches and fighting IQ are also astonishing. The Russian fighter is always looking to knock out his opponent, and his MMA record is proof of that.
Yeah, this is a fight that's been a long time in the making, and if you ask any critics out there, this is the fight that is the toughest stylistic matchup for Alex Pereira. Of course, coming from Dagestan, you think about the wrestling, but Magomed Ankalaev is a big, gigantic guy. He's got knockout power. He's got a record of 19-1, 10 knockouts, 0 submissions. That tells you he's not looking for the submission, he's looking for the knockout.
Bisping is also not underestimating the relentless power and strength of the light heavyweight champion. He praised Poatan for his remarkable performances and is extremely excited to witness the clash of these two highly skilled and talented fighters.
Now, Alex Pereira, on the flip side, we know this man has taken over the sport. Of course, a 2-weight division champion, only 1 loss on his record. 3 title fights last year, won them all in spectacular fashion, taking them on short notice, taking on all comers and all styles. Alex Pereira really is a phenomenon. This fight, as I said, it's been a long time coming. I cannot wait.
Look at this, man. Did you see that, Nick, then? Facts and stats, he was throwing it all out. He's basically just taken everything that I'd written down about the show. All in one blast. He's right.
On the same show, Nick Pete had a lot of praise for the light heavyweight champion. He believes Poatan has been exceptional inside the octagon. Nick admired Pereira's hard work as the champion has achieved a lot of things in such a short span of time. Nick Pete said, "Alex Pereira is on a completely different level. He has proven since he moved up to light heavyweight. Don't forget, he has only been at the big show. He has only actually been inside the UFC for 3 years and 3 months. There is some stat on his own as well. What he has achieved in that time as a 2-weight champion. The runes were certainly up at light heavyweight after coming up from middleweight." Nick said that Alex Pereira is definitely the favorite in this fight, and Magomed Ankalaev has to do something special to pull out a win at UFC 313. He advised him to use his wrestling and other best techniques to stand a chance against the light heavyweight champion.
Spectacular. I don't know anyone that has secured their Hall of Fame status in such a short period of time. He truly is an enigma. He's a one-off. I don't know whether Ankalaev, as Mike's just pointed out, the lack of submissions, the lack of wanting that ground game. We know he's got it, the Sambo background. I've seen him roll at the PI and I was incredibly impressed, but he doesn't do it inside the octagon. I think he needs to do it this weekend. Otherwise, it's the Alex Pereira show once again for me.
However, Michael Bisping thinks that Magomed Ankalaev is a big guy, and his outstanding run in the UFC against good fighters suggests that he has a great chance to beat the champ at UFC 313.
Magomed Ankalaev is 6'3". He's gigantic for the light heavyweight division, and he has real knockout power of his own. And then you combine it with the skill set that he has in the other areas, talking about the wrestling, of course. And the man's 19-1. You know, if that's not going to give you confidence, well, 19-1-1, pardon me, forgot about the draw. That's going to give you confidence just as much as what Alex Pereira has as well.
Well, this is all we have from today's video, and hopefully you have liked it. Share your thoughts about these updates and give us a thumbs up if you liked our video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and make sure to press the bell icon to get instant notification about our latest videos.